Yeehaw and howdy. Welcome to another lesson with me, Mike Tuck, your host, your friend, and your brother in twang. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite aspects of guitar playing, rhythm guitar. And you know what? One of the things I like the most about country music or playing traditional country music is the fact that your rhythm playing can be just as interesting as your lead playing. You still get to improvise. But that's a hard sell when you're starting out. Because a lot of my students will say things like, Mike, I don't care about no rhythm. That stuff's easy. Teach me how to shred them tasty shred country licks. And although I could completely relate to that sentiment whenever I started out, I had one of my great mentors learn me real quick. He said something like, hey Mike, you do realize that as a guitar player, 90% of the time, you're going to be playing rhythm parts, not just them fancy solos. So don't you think you should spend just a little more time working on your rhythm? And he was absolutely right. And the more I started working on my rhythm, I started to listen more too. On the radio, I would hear similarities in all these rhythm players' lines, and just started making a little more sense to me. And then I would sit down and I would actually transcribe and learn a whole mess of just rhythm parts. And I got to the point where I learned enough of them that I was able to pretty naturally incorporate them into my playing. And so what I've put together are 6 different rhythm studies of some of the most common sounding rhythm parts that you'll hear on the radio in traditional country music. And you'll be able to quickly incorporate them into your playing. So let's check them out. Alrighty, y'all. Up first is a Luther Perkins influenced rhythm part. This would be something similar to what he would play on a Johnny Cash tune. And it's just going to be outlining a power chord, which is just those type chords. But on this one, we're going to be bouncing back and forth between the root, the fifth, and the octave, just between. Cool. Alrighty, and we're gonna apply it over a blues in the key of A, kind of country style. Awesome. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so this one is just outlining this chord, and this chord. Those are all just power chords using the root, fifth, and then the root or octave. And so the whole time we're just going root, octave, fifth, octave. Do that again. But this time, hit it twice. So cool. And I'm kind of palm muting a little bit back here with my palm. So instead of, we have a super staccato sounding. Staccato just means short and a little aggressive. Not too aggressive though. Going to the 4 chord was just D. Then we go back to A. Same progression on both of them. Back to A. Then to E. D, 4 chord.